Hey everyone, it's Nifty DGen, the SNS intern, back at you again with another quick tutorial. For this one, we're going to be looking at the subdomain registrar, which is a really awesome way for you to be able to monetize your domain and allow your friends and community to create subdomains of a domain that you own. With this, we expand your domain's use cases by not only being able to create your Web3 identity, but an identity for your friends or community as well. Now we can get this set up in just a couple of simple steps. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, to get started, let's head on over to sns.id and we're going to want to navigate to our domains. And this is where we will select the domain that we want our friends or community to be able to register a subdomain of. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. And within the details page of that domain, we're going to see this create registrar button. Go ahead and click it and that'll open up this modal. Now this might look intimidating at first, but I promise you it is all dead simple. We will go through each one of these fields together. So the admin address is going to be the address or wallet that you want to allow to either edit or delete your registrar. This defaults to the address that you signed into sns.id with, but if you want to change it to another address, maybe a multi-sig, you can do that here. Similarly, we have our fee address. This is the address that is going to get the fees generated by your registrar. So again, this defaults to the address that you signed into sns.id with, but if you want to change that, you can do so here. I'm going to leave it alone. Below that, we have our registration token section. So you can choose what token you want your registration fees to be in. Now, you can choose from some presets here, Sol, FIDA, USDC, and more, or you can even enter a custom token address, and that'll allow you to generate fees in a token of your choosing. I'm going to go ahead and do FIDA, for example, and below that, we have our pricing section. So you can choose pricing by character count. A lot of times the lower character counts are going to be more valuable for domains or subdomains. For our example, I'm going to say I'm real generous and I'm going to just set it to 1 FIDA per character count, just because I'm nice like that. So below this pricing section, you will see that we have a reminder that all of this can be changed later. Now this is where the admin address comes into play. You're able to edit these details with the admin address wallet as needed. So anything above here, you're totally fine to change at a later time. So below that section, we've got a couple of interesting options that I want to talk about. First is the allow admin to revoke subdomains option. Now, if you enable this, you will need to be whitelisted by us because this basically allows you to revoke subdomains that have been created under your domain. We don't want to just give this functionality out to just anyone, so you will need to reach out to us to be whitelisted, and if you are, you're able to have this functionality. Below that, we have our only allow for NFT holders option, which essentially allows you to token gate or NFT gate your subdomain registrations. So if you have an NFT community that you want exclusively to allow to create subdomains for, you can do that here. All you need to do is enter the NFT collection address, and you want to also specify how many registrations are allowed per NFT owned for a user. So I'm gonna not do any of this because I'm a simple guy, but again, if you can get as creative with this as you'd like. So these options are available for you. Now, before we proceed, there is this disclaimer that I wanted to talk about. If you create a registrar, your domain ownership is actually going to be transferred to our smart contract. So you do not want to send funds to this domain like you would traditionally, where you have a domain in a wallet and you can send funds to that domain. It'll show up in the wallet address that is holding the domain. Since the ownership is transferred to the smart contract, if you send funds, they will be lost. So I do want to stress this, and again, you have to check that you understand this before you create a registrar, so please be sure you're aware of this and do not accidentally send funds to that domain. So I understand this. I'm going to go ahead and click the checkbox and click create. We'll have a transaction pop up. I'll go ahead and approve it. And just like that, our registrar is created. So once you click on view, you're actually going to be able to see the registrar that we just set up. If you want to share this registrar with your friends or community, you can just share this link up here, or you can even click on the share on X button, which creates a pre-populated tweet for you. Now on the page itself, you can see the parent domain, you can see the ownership address, the fee collecting address, how many domains are currently registered, and then we can begin the process of registering a subdomain ourselves from the perspective of your community or friends. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, before I do that, I do want to point out that our fee structure is available for folks who are registering subdomains to see. Since I, again, set it up as one fee for everything, you're going to see that here. But if you had a variable fee structure based on the character count, your users would be able to see that. And so there are no surprises. Let me go ahead and set up a cool number. I'll do 23 for Jordan. Search, I want to make sure that it's available. I know that it is, so I'm going to go ahead and click register. Again, here is where you'll see that price. If we had set up a different price for different character counts, it would reflect that accordingly. So let me click register, and then all we have to do is approve this transaction. And voila, just like that, our subdomain is registered. So now if I navigate back to my profile, I search for the number 23, I should see that 23.rocketomoji is already registered. So I own the subdomain now. It is that simple. It is that quick. Super cool. So since we're back on our profile, actually, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like to edit your registrar or delete it. If you're signed in with the wallet admin address that you set up previously, all you have to do is navigate to this registrar section. You'll see subdomain registrars that you have set up. Here's the rocket emoji one that we just set up. So if I click on this edit icon, you'll see basically the same modal that we saw when we set up our registrar. And here is where you can update the admin address, the fee address, change the registration token, change the pricing, or disable registration altogether. You will not be able to change the allow admin to revoke or allow for NFT holders only. So please be wary of that. You're going to want to set that up during the initial setup if you want. And then you're just going to want to click that checkbox again and click edit, and it is that simple, guys. So I see people getting really creative with this. I see communities getting creative with this. I see it as another revenue stream for communities. So really, really some cool functionality for domains that we've created here. That's it, guys. In those simple steps, we've created a way for you to monetize your domains, which I think is so powerful. But even outside of that, we've created a way for your friends and your community to join in on your Web3 identity. I see NFT communities, DeFi communities really running with this, or maybe you just have a really cool or rare domain that you want to monetize, do your own marketing for, and the sky is the limit. So I really want people to get creative with this. Please tag us on Twitter if you guys have some cool use cases. I'd love to hear about it. If you need help setting up a registrar or your user setting up a subdomain with a registrar, please, whatever it is, reach out to us on Twitter, Discord. We even have Telegram support available if you need it, and someone is available 24/7. So happy to help get this set up for you guys, and until next time, intern out.